During a Mass on December 12th for Our Lady of Guadalupe, Pope Francis announced that he will visit the country of Mexico.
There is great excitement for the trip of Pope Francis to Mexico. He is the first Latin American pope, and the Mexican people feel very close to him.
Mexico hosted St. John Paul II 5 times and in 2012 received Benedict XVI. The country has had full diplomatic relations with the Holy See for 24 years in February. 100 of the 120 million citizens are Catholic, and with a vast group of 15 million immigrants to the USA, the papal trip is highly important. Mexicans everywhere wait in anticipation.
For that reason, it was decided that the trip should revolve around 3 major axes. The borders of our country. The border of our country connects Mexico with the center and the south of the Americas in the state of Chiapas. The north border connects us with the United States of America, and the center and the capital of the country with the Basilica of Guadalupe in the state of Mexico and the state of Michoacán.
The whole trip revolves around Our Lady of Guadalupe, Patroness of the Americas, as was wished by Pope Francis himself.
Our Lady of Guadalupe is the most prayed-to advocate in the whole world. The Basilica of Guadalupe receives 22 million visitors every year, 5 times more than the Basilica of St. Peter's in Rome. Our Lady of Guadalupe is considered the patroness and empress of the American continent. Therefore, the pastoral object of this trip, as proposed by the Pope, is that Our Lady of Guadalupe should be a constant presence in this Holy Year of Mercy. Our Lady of Guadalupe is a sociological religious phenomenon that is so important that it actually attracts even non-Catholics or non-practicing Catholics who consider themselves Guadalupanos. In all of Mexican society, you can feel a very profound respect for Our Lady of Guadalupe and the figure of the Holy Father as a religious leader. This recognition of the fundamental role of the pontiff brings about a great hope for the visit of the Pope in Mexico, who is the first Latin American Pope. The expectations are great.
Topics that will govern this trip will be issues that indigenous people face, also the role of the family and the challenge of emigration. According to the ambassador, the Pope carries a purely pastoral answer to the problem of migration.
We believe that with his message, the Pope reinforces the thesis that the Holy See and Vatican policies always respect the human dignity of the emigrants and their families. We cannot expect the Pope to give a lecture to an organization or to represent a political line to legislators of the different countries in question. For us, the visit of the Pope is of purely pastoral character and should trigger in the different countries initiatives which are in favor of their citizens.
In Mexican society, violence rages and liberty is threatened. Pope Francis' message and gestures are much needed, says the ambassador.
He will be the first pontiff to be received in the national palace, the Palacio Nacional, in a country which in the past had dark and light eras of relations with religious institutions, in a country which in the 19th century experienced a profound movement of secularization and in the beginning of the 20th century lived through the War of the Cristiada. In such a country today, the mutual relations are founded on respect and communal collaboration, and Pope Francis will be received by President Enrique Peña Nieto in the National Palace, the center of political power.
The trip will take place from February 12th through the 17th.